Well, hello. I'm at my favorite office right now, and we're going to talk about the pickup community, pickup artistry, and where they go wrong, where most pickup courses are failing you and failing their students. Now, really, this is just a word of caution for you guys who are looking to get skills and material on doing better with women in your life. And it's not designed to just slam on individuals who consider themselves pickup artists. They're not all the same, and there's some that offer some pretty good stuff. So I'm not here just trying to slam on anyone in particular, okay? But there's some common themes as well and common problems, and I'm going to talk about one of those today that you probably haven't thought about. You probably never even occurred to you, actually. And so the problem with the pickup industry today is that it's reliant on the numbers game. Now, I could have just picked like 10 possible topics today to talk about with the problem with the industry, but this is one, like I said, that you haven't really thought about. And it's kind of an important one because I get a lot of guys who do pick up boot camps and pick up programs. They've bought their courses and they end up coming into my coaching programs, my year-long coaching programs, because the skills just aren't really getting them where they want to go. They're not working for them. And so this numbers game is part of the reason why that ends up being the case. And so you're thinking, why the numbers game? Like, what do you mean? Why is that a problem? I mean, some of pickup is a numbers game, right? Like some of it is that you have to talk just like sales, you got to talk to enough people to get the sale. You got to talk to enough girls in order to get somebody to, be a DTF or whatever, right? Like what's the deal here? Well, it's not that talking to a number of people isn't good. All right, that's not what I mean. But it's just that the numbers game tends to be an issue, and I'll explain what I mean by that in the way that these pickup courses are taught. And so it's relying on the numbers game. What do I mean by that? So most of them are going to teach you some basic skills, tell you some tricks and little things to do, and then you're going to go out and you're going to execute and talk to a bunch of girls. And in order to execute their program, you're going to go to places like nightclubs. You're going to talk to a bunch of drunk idiots and some cute girls and some trashy women, right? And some, maybe a small percentage of cool women, but you're going to talk to all kinds, but really, who are you picking up at a club, right? It's going to be trashy, drunk women. You go into bars on the strip, or you're going somewhere and you're talking to trashy, drunk ass women. And if you talk to enough trashy, drunk ass women, some trashy, drunk girl is going to sleep with you. And so most guys, not all guys, because some guys really, really have bigger problems, but most guys who can be even enough value and promote enough value and attractiveness to be even below average or average, they just show up and being average. If they talk to enough drunk girls, they talk to enough trashy women, they'll get somebody to touch their wieners. And so the courses rely on that because, okay, you're going to talk to 100 girls during the day at a shopping mall, whatever. You're going to talk to 100 girls at the club. And eventually you keep talking to people, someone sleeps with you, and then they go, oh, see, proof of concept, somebody touched your wiener, so see, these skills really work. So you can now go get everything you want in life. Now go home. You got a couple of girls responding positively because you talked to hundreds of them. And you got a couple of girls that touched your wiener. So now go back to your life and apply these great pickup skills I've taught you. And really, what they've taught you is so basic and subpar a lot of times. And it's not to say, like, there are some pickup guys that are really good, have some good things to offer, but they don't get past a lot of time the basic subpar skills. And what it ends up being is just a clusterfuck of numbers where you're talking to a bunch of women and you eventually get results. It's the statistical It's just the statistics that get you the result eventually. It's the numbers game that gets you something. And then that's proof of concept. And they say, now, okay, now go apply this and find the girl of your dreams. Or find really high women of sexual market value. Go get them. And then when you can't get those or can't get them, it's like, well, there must be something wrong with you. Maybe you need another course. Or, well, you just need to increase your sexual market value. Meanwhile, there's guys with lower sexual market value with you than you are getting hotter women a lot of times. You see them. You're like, how does that guy get that girl? And it's frustrating for you, you know? And so this idea of using the numbers to allow for the social proof of your skill, you know, another thing, focusing on lay count. Well, if you're sleeping with a bunch of, you know, drunk 5s and 6s, that's most of your lays. Like, that doesn't really tell me that you're skilled at pickup or seduction. You know what I mean? If you're not really getting what you want out of your dating life and out of women and out of your relationships, but you have a bunch of lays, how is that a measure of anything then? It's really not a measure of anything. Now, yes, there's a certain amount of getting over that social anxiety, getting over the approach anxiety, being able to approach a stranger and talk to them, being able to connect with somebody on a dating app and talk to them and not feel weird about it, not say stupid things. There's that initial piece, which is mostly inner game, actually, that if you can overcome things with inner game, you overcome that better than trying to talk to hundreds of people. And most guys, if you're listening to me and you watch my stuff, you're probably somebody who is trying to be a productive member of society. Not go to clubs 3 or 4 nights a week and spend days in the strip mall like an unemployed person trying to talk to women all day that are average at best in order to get your skills up. And so that is the problem, is that, okay, it's a training program and it forces you to get out there and talk to people where you are so weak and undisciplined, you wouldn't do that on your own. So now you have to get with a group to go do it, or you have to get with somebody to tell you to go do that. And I don't mean to be critical, but that is what it is. You wouldn't do it by yourself. You were too undisciplined to go do something. So you had to have somebody tell you it, or had to have a group to support you to do it. And that's fine. Okay, that's fine if that's what happened. But the problem these guys universally run into who take these programs is they don't have deeper persuasion, better seduction skills to get them the kinds of girls they want. So they've overcome approach anxiety and they have basic skills that really you could get off YouTube for free. Go to my pickup playlist. You'll get a lot of it for free. Some of the pickup artists that are halfway decent out there offer things on YouTube for free, advice-wise, how to approach a girl, what to say. That stuff, once you're over the anxiety of it, it's not really that hard. The challenge is getting your skills in communication, otherwise known as persuasion, okay, or we could call it seduction, and having a to B format for that in order to take a cold or lukewarm scenario with a girl into a romantic encounter. Like, having those skills are specific things that you'll have to learn and train. And if somebody teaches you, and in this case me, teaches you specific skills that you have to learn and train in order to get higher level women, in order to create that desire, in order to build that desire, build that attraction off the initial approach, in order to take something from, okay, I just met this person here or there, into, all right, we're like dating now. We have a sexual relationship. Things are going well. Like, how to do that. Or how about you're in a relationship and it's dead bedroom or it's not going well, and all of a sudden the girl that you're with, that you've been, banging your head against the wall on, is really interested and attracted to you. Like, how do we get that to there? And that's a deeper level of communication skills involving things you have to practice and train. It doesn't take a ton of training or a ton of work, and the work's actually kind of fun, but somebody has to actually present the material to you in a way that you can train it and you have to actually work and train it with a coach potentially, right? And the reason why guys in the pickup sort of world don't like to do that is either they don't have the skill, usually it's they don't have it, unfortunately, or if they do, it's a lot more work for them to do that, and they can't push all the accountability on someone else. There's no, like, you know, if you're training a skill and either my skill that you're learning is going to work or it's not, and so it'll speak for itself. Whereas if it's just the numbers game and go talk to a bunch of drunk girls, like, eventually you're going to be successful with due to just statistics and numbers. You know what I mean? It doesn't really test out the material exactly, or the quality of what you're doing. And so it's just why they don't do that. And that's a problem, because it takes away from you and what you actually need. Do you think sleeping with a bunch of drunk girls at the club is going to get you that wife material girl eventually in your life? Do you really think that blowing through a bunch of low-level women that you talk to at the mall, like a homeless person, or that you approach at bars and clubs where people are just sort of getting wasted, you think that approaching and being successful with low-level women is going to get you that, like, 9 or 10 level girl you're actually wanting or looking for? Do you think it's going to, what do you think is going to get you that? Do you think, I mean, you could think maybe if I just make enough money, I'll get that girl, but then what does she want you for? She wants you for the money, bro. Like, she doesn't want you because she desires you, and she actually wants your masculine presence and actually feels really good around you and wants to keep being around you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not why she's going to be there if it's your SMV, which really translates to money and status, right? So there's something missing. I mean, money and status is good. It's important. And learning some of the basic skills and getting over that initial anxiety is important. But you have to do something more than that. You have to take it further, or you're not going to get what you want. There's something missing in between getting over initial anxiety and some initial numbers for practice and SMV. There's something between that. What's between that is persuasion and seduction skills. Having the skills to go deeper with somebody that you're talking to so that they have higher desire. They find themselves desiring you more by the end of each encounter that you have with that person. Okay? So Sexpionage is the course that'll enable you to do that. Enrollment opened yesterday. It's actually going really well. And it's going to close on the 26th at midnight. So that's this Friday. That's a chance for you to work on these deeper skills. Even if you have no skill whatsoever and you don't have women in your life right now, you got to start somewhere, and it's better to start here than just start with a numbers game. You can do that on your own with a little bit of self-discipline. You don't need to pay somebody big money for that. So Sexpionage, you can click on the link in the description of the video. It'll take you there. I have more video explanation if you really love to hear me talk, but really you just need to click the button and enroll and sign up. It's the lowest cost way to work with me in this capacity that you're going to have this year. Last time I did a pickup course was 2022. It was greatly successful. This isn't quite a pickup. It's deeper persuasion. The reason why I don't do these courses all the time is because people rely on me for high-level stuff, and it takes up a lot of my time. So to offer a low-cost opportunity for me to help build your skills is very difficult for me. But I found myself able to do that this year, 2024, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited already because I've got quite a few signups, and it's going to be a blast. So I hope you're going to be in it. I hope to see you there, and I hope we can really get you that missing piece that you've been looking for. All right, guys, enjoy your Monday and go crush it, kick ass, have a good week. Don't fuck around either. Sign up for the course before it closes, all right, or you're going to be disappointed in yourself. Thanks again. Take care.